The Florida trail and ultra running community too is they're really close knit. It seems like they all know one another. There seems like there's a race every weekend all year round, and they do travel well.
They have to.
They travel well. They travel in packs.
All right, welcome to Pacer Chat on this February 19th. It was funny. I'm listening to that's AJW, Andy Jones Wilkins, and when I was out at one of the aid stations this week, AJW is running by, and I'm like, "What is he doing?" And I found out the next day they had a Burrito League segment at the finish line for the 50. It was the 50K aid station for the 100-mile or the finish line, and AJ's just running past. I'm like. So I said hi to him. He had no clue who I was. I was going to say, "Hey, your voice is on our intro for our show."
Your media.
Yeah, thank you. Hopefully you don't care about copyright. So, all right. I'm back home from Arizona. Had a great trip, great race. We'll kind of go over that in a little bit when we go over the Black Canyon. So almost recovered, legs are feeling a little bit better. I was at a home inspection today, and the realtor, she saw me on Tuesday, and I was struggling to get down the stairs. And then today we were at an inspection, and I'm coming down the stairs. She goes, "Oh, you're a lot more recovered today." Yeah. She goes, "You were hurting on Tuesday." I go, "Yeah, just a little bit." So I'm happy to be back. Looks like Billy's has a blister on his foot. He was doing the 24 hours at S.U.R.F. So I don't know who else ran this week. If you ran a race this weekend, post in the chat. We'd love to recognize you and see how you do. But Bobby Joe, how you doing? How's your running going? I know you've been a little sick.
my running is non-existent. I did go for a 3.5-mile walk today, so I'm not taking cough medicine anymore. So that's a plus. Still coughing, still blowing my nose. But I think by next week I should be good enough to run.
Yeah. So Nicole's checking in, but she doesn't want to watch, so she's gonna watch. She's gonna watch tomorrow. So she's just here to say hi. And we got Katie here. So I texted Bobby Joe the other day. I'm like, "Hey, can we still have a show on ultra running if I don't run ultras?"
That's how I feel. Like I can't even call myself a runner right now. It's been. So in the last 14 weeks, I've been sick for 8 of them.
Oh, wow.
And aside from that, I was dealing with injury. So
yeah. So hopefully it turns around and you'll be good to go. So we got a lot to cover tonight. A lot of races. We're starting to get into full race season. We got the Skunk Ape, Whispering Pines, S.U.R.F, Black Canyon, Barkley Marathons. And then in Florida, we got a bunch of races this weekend. You got Space Pirate, Painted Horse, Swan Song, Swamp 50K, Angry Tortoise. I'm sure there's a few others on there that I'm missing. So luckily we have a sheet that Bobby Joe made. It shows all the races going on. So we're going to try and cover as many of these as we can. Plus you got the Jackpot Ultras out in Vegas going on. There's a lot of good things going out there. We got a couple friends out there running. Josh Coleman, who's always on the show. Brian Pasante is going out there. He's doing the 24-hour. Marta Patilla is out there. She's doing the 24-hour, so it'll be fun. So Josh is going to get us some good footage that we can show next week, and then we got a bunch of other stuff. So we're excited. We're going to start digging in. Bobby Joe has the recaps for this weekend. I believe we're starting with Skunk Ape.
Well, I have some pictures and some times, but it's about all the information I have. So Skunk Ape Revenge 60K, which is 37.28 miles. I had to look that up. Marcus Furst, 5:08:20. I think that's a new course record.
That is. That beats the old one by just over a minute and 10 seconds.
And was that Michael Stork who had it?
No, Kalo had it.
Kalo, I knew it was somebody familiar.
Yeah, and then second place, Liam wasn't too far behind at 5:13:41. So that's the third fastest time.
and then James Parrott, third place, 5:44.53. And I did not put in Joe's fourth place podium. So
who was the fourth
I don't
place?
know.
It was Carl Gilly. Sorry, Carl. We're gonna give you the credit.
The credit. No one can take that away from you.
No. So you did have Ariel Rashan. He was fifth. So right outside of the fourth place award you would have gotten.
And then Aiden St. Charles took the win for the second year in a row, 5:55.59. Nicole Fox, second place female, 6:52.43, and then Amber Orman at 7:40.57 is yours.
Yes. So Aiden already had the course record at 5:46.39. So she was about nine minutes off of her last year's course record. So she now has the top two course records, top two times out on that course.
She seems to be traveling down here a lot for races.
I ran with her a little bit at the Christmas race. Yeah. And she says, yeah, I think is she Tennessee? I believe she's up in Tennessee. And she talks, she's up in Chattanooga. And she talks about in the winter time, she likes to come down to Florida and get out of the cold. So yeah, she does ventures down here and likes to win races down here in Florida.
All right, so moving from Skunk Ape, we go to Whispering Pines, 12-hour. That's from Michael Stork at 72.32 miles. And I don't have the ultra side pulled up, but I didn't. Nels had the previous record.
No, Jonathan Keir had the course record, and I was second place on that list. So yeah, so I got
Nels won it one year. I know he won it one year.
Yeah, so Nels won it in 2024, and he has 65 miles. It's weird because I thought the course is 5 miles, and
that's what I thought too.
So the time, so it's off. It really, the course has changed a little bit, so it makes it a little weird on the times. But I got a text from Michael Stork, and I asked how it went, and he said he set the course record. I go, I would have been mad at you, but someone already broke my course record, so it's okay. So yeah, Mike's running well, so he likes digging deep and putting miles up, and then you get him in a
good amount of miles for a 12-hour on the trail, 72 miles.
Yeah.
Mark Gilman second, was that 52.24, and then Jeff Conway. So same amount of loops, but Mark came in a little faster.
Yep. So I was messaging with Mark. He was asking how my race was going. I was asking how his race was going. So
it was a busy weekend.
It was a very, very busy weekend.
On the female side, we've got Rebecca Connor, 63.28. Elizabeth Venel, 54.24, and Ashley Conway, 54.24. So Ashley and what was his name? Jeff are husband-wife team. So
we're hoping.
Well, I mean, I looked a lot at their Facebook pages.
They could be brother and sister, but we're thinking they're husband and wife.
It's pictures with their kids, and there's they'd be a very close brother and sister.
So it's kind of funny is, you had that husband and wife going up against Mark and Jenny Gilman. And so that's a pretty good competition right there. So Jenny put up 40.68 and Mark put up 54. So that would put him at 94 miles. And Jeff and Ashley, they got you. Sorry, Mark. They got you at 108 miles on that. But Rebecca Connor, she also broke the course record with 63.28 miles. So both course records got beaten out at Whispering Pines. So, and that is a free race. They had 158 finishers. Let's see. It looks like it was a 4.52 loop because you got 5 people that did 4.52 loop. Okay. So, yeah. So, pretty cool. So, congrats to those that got the course record. Congrats to the married couples going up against a great day out there at Whispering Pines. And that is a Andy and Amy race out there. So,
move on to S.U.R.F, where there were 100 different races. This seemed like
There were a lot of races out at S.U.R.F.
So the big the Conways were flying. Mark
They
Gilbert
were
says.
flying.
So the big race is the 48-hour. Joel Rich, new course record, 152.76 miles. And just take a look at those awards. This is what the Sombrero folks give away for their first place awards. They're engraved tabletops. They're circles that are normally used. You buy them at Lowe's and you can make a little coffee table. So I don't know what they'll do with them. But those are
yeah, it's recommended that if you're planning on winning the race, don't fly here because you got to take that. You got to take that back with you.
Dave Drebsky had 139.36 and Trishful Chems 136.68, and he just looks super happy.
He's out of Kingston, New York, so 68 years old. So they Joel's 56, Dave was 45, and Trishful was 68.
And he's barefoot in the photo. I wonder if he ran barefoot. Do you think he did 136 miles barefoot?
I have no clue.
Just let him air out. All right, on the female side, you had Susan Kokish getting 120.6. That's her with her big award. Sharon Jans 107.2, and then Renee Guthrie, who's in the other photo, 101.84.
So Susan had the second fastest. I guess we don't. She had the second best time out there. Sandra V she had that monster run last year at 160.8. So Susan put up 120.60, and it looks like they had 22 people put up 100 miles. But Martha Mayer was 22nd. Yep. What other? Look
at that. You always want to go just a little bit further. A lot of people stop at that 100-mile mark.
Yeah, Stacy Miller got her 100K, so that was a big PR for her. And she's Joe says she's ready to come back next year, and I go, did she like it? And he's like, yeah, she's ready to keep.
Everybody has nothing but good things to say about this race. So.
Emily got the marathon. Emily Quintanilla. She put up a marathon out there. So, all right.
Well, I got and then you can go on Ultra Sign Up and read it better. But there was also the 24-hour race. Adriana Finol won that with 80.4 for the females, and then Luke House for the males with 85.76. And then
Billy,
go ahead.
Billy Porter was second male out there. So congrats to Billy out there. He said he's always in the chat. So nice job.
We had Francis Quintanilla got signed up by his wife unexpectedly. Guess what, honey? You're running a 12-hour. So there's a really good story either you can hear it on the WTF podcast. You could see it on Emily's page. You could see it on the Sombrero page. All about how Francis did in this race and how he managed to squeak out a first place win. So good for him.
I was listening to their podcast this week with Katie Jenkins, and I'm like, I wish Francis would talk about me the way he talks about Mike Albert. So I'm very jealous, Francis.
We should all be very jealous of Mike Albert. Laura Chipkin got first place overall in the 12-hour night with 50.9, and then
out of Arlington, Virginia,
this Vlad got first place in the day with 58.96. Yeah, I
was gonna say that had to be a close race on the female side because they both put up 50.99 miles. I wonder how close it was for a 12-hour night. So the male and female. So if you like, they just add a little bit more.
Yeah, just to put it in order.
Yeah,
just a little percentage, a little. Yeah, that's cool. I think I saw someone else that does it that way too. I like that. I really I don't know if I'd like this for someone who does these kind of races a lot. But if they put like stopped after 9 hours, stopped after 6 hours,
Yeah.
like your last time reported, if I'd want that. I mean, because you can find that information, but
I was just curious how close they actually were. So on female 50.9, right. I don't know if those were they on the men's side, Vlad had the course record. On female side, Eva Casil, she must have been the day, and she put up 54 miles. So she broke the course record out there in the 12-hour with 54 miles. All right, and then they had a 6 hour. Do you have anything on the 6 hour?
Sorry.
So Luis Melendez out of Jacksonville put up 33.5, and Ashley Leisure out of Jacksonville put up 32.16. So nice job. And then they get the 3 hour Sunday and the 3 hour Saturday. So that is S.U.R.F.
For everybody.
Yep, a race for everybody. All right, now to Black Canyon. That's it on the Florida races, right?
Yep.
Black Canyon 100K, 100K and 50K. We had a great trip out there. We had 10 of us running. We didn't do too well on the Florida side for the 100K. First, I mean, we could talk about the lead. If you like going to a race and you want to see elites and stuff, this was literally the race to go to. Like anybody you can think of, I saw out there. I saw Jim Walmsley on Sunday. I saw Hans Troyer. Yeah, he was sitting right next to us. I didn't have the guts to talk to him, but I talked to his mom for about 30 minutes. Yeah, so we had a nice chat. So Hans, because Hans's wife ran to 50K on Sunday, so we were waiting for our runners to come in, and so she had finally come in. And so I was talking to her, but anybody you can think of, you see Jamil out there, you saw, I don't know, you name it, and I literally saw them out there. Des Linden, Molly Sadell, it is a cool race to go out and watch people. You're just walking around everywhere you turn, you see people. And then I also got to see a lot of my buddies like Josh Coleman. I was coming in on the 50K. And he walked me in, and I got to hang out with him for a little bit, and then turned around and saw him run the 50K on Sunday. Trev, how do you say his last name? Bankin. I always butcher it.
I have to see it. I can't remember.
Yeah. The runner that won long haul this year. So I saw Trev out there. Trev met me at the 50K, and then I saw him finish on Sunday. So it was good seeing him out there. But on, great race, all the course records went down at that. Well, a lot of the course records went down on the male and female. Hans Troyer broke the course record, new course record in 77 hours, 20 minutes. And Anthony Costales, he went under the previous course record too. So those two were 1 and 2. I mean, there's a lot of good. If you go to Free Trail, they can review the races. I don't think I do it justice. I just know this is what I was hearing because I was so far back. I never got to see any of the elites just at the start for the first couple minutes and then at first couple seconds, and then they were gone. Trayson Knopp out of Alaska, he took out the men's podium, and Jordan Bramblett. So. It is a 3-ticket golden ticket race, but because Hans is already in Western States, and who was the other one? Anthony Costales took his ticket. Trayson Knopp took his ticket. Costales and Knopp took theirs. I'm trying to think who didn't. I'm missing a name already. Third place did roll down to Jordan Bramblett. So Hans, no. Yeah, so that's right. I'm thinking on the women's side, there was multiple. It dropped all the way down to 4. Yeah. So on the women's side, Jennifer Lichter, she ran a great race, basically led mostly. I think Molly Seidel, the marathon runner, led the race off the start. And
we're going to have to stop referring to her as the marathon runner.
Yeah. So she did really well. And then Jennifer Lichter overtook her right around Bumblebee, which is about 19 miles, and held on all the way to the end. But Ann Flowers is the one that broke the record out at Leadville, and then she had the fast. I want to say it was out at Tunnel Hill. So great runner. She was not too far off. They came in pretty close together. They cracked the top 10 overall if you included the males. So Lichter crossed the line, new course record 7:57, first one to go under 8 hours, and Flowers was just over a minute behind her at 7:58. Tara Dower, another great performance. She placed third. Supposedly, hang on, give me 1 second. I'm missing my charging cord for my thing. I just got to notice that I'm on energy saver mode. All right, no. Hang on. I'm working on it. Where is the? All right, we're good. I saved it. All right, it was underneath my desk. I had computer trouble earlier. All right, so Tara Dower had a great performance. Supposedly, there's a great interview. I got to find it. After her, she was sitting on a box outside the medical tent, and they were talking to her. I got to find the interview. I'd love to hear it. They said it was just so raw and just funny.
I saw clips of it. It's definitely a good interview.
So she placed third in 8:11. Both Lichter and Flower accepted their golden tickets. Tara Dower's already in the race, so the ticket rolled down to fourth place with Molly Seidel. So that's cool. So it's cool to see Molly. She'll be running Western States this year, and we'll see how it goes. On the fifth, they had the 50K on Sunday. Seth Ruling set a new course record in 3:16. Adam Peterman 3:18. Cade Michael 3:8. Those guys were really close. And then on the women's side, Jane Moss, Liz O'Connor, and Lindsay Allison. It was fun. I was at Bumblebee when they all rolled through, and it was fun watching the leads roll through. And it's cool to see the leads roll through, and then it's cool to see all the leads around just crewing. So, you're seeing Hans crew his wife. I don't know who Jim Walmsley. I caught him out of the corner of my eye. I'm like, that's Jim Walmsley. All of a sudden, he just runs right by me, and then he's walking back, just chatting with people. Anthony Casales was out there. It was pretty cool. It was cool being out there at Bumblebee. I got great video. If you go to the Pacer Travel YouTube channel, under shorts, I got video of Des Linden rolling through. I got her starting and I got her rolling through that aid station. So pretty cool. As for Floridians out at Black Canyon for the 100K, our group, we didn't fare too well. The group we went out there, we had 3 DNFs. I think I was the only one from our group to finish. Hang on, I'm going to try and set this up. We're going to go to the left, bring this in, and that still didn't work. So I ran 13:47. And what's funny was I honestly wasn't Nathan Nappy, who just moved out to Portland. He ran sub 13 out there, but I still consider him a Florida runner. I saw him at Pack a Pickup. He came up to me and started chatting with me. Kyle Chareau out of Tallahassee and Nathan Stidham, Mike Conti, Alexander Schabauer, Rod Cunningham, Blaine. I ran into Blaine out there at the Pack a Pickup, so I hung out with Blaine. And who else? Derek Kirkman. What's that?
All men.
Yeah, it is all men. So it looked like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of us you had to get in under 17 hours to get your Western States qualifier. On the 50K, we had a lot more. Josh Coleman, who he's still claiming to be from Florida. He was our top runner in 4:59. And then one of the girls we went out there with, Jenny Alpert, I didn't realize she came in like 10 seconds ahead of Trev Vankensburg. She had a bad fall coming in about 2 miles out from the finish, and she actually had to go to the hospital, make sure she didn't have a brain bleed. Her brain wasn't bleeding, so she ended up fine. And but
when did she fall?
about 2 miles from the finish.
Oh, okay. So she didn't run like the whole race like that.
No. She came in. She's she's funny. She's a marathon runner, like a 250 marathon runner, and she hated the course. She absolutely hated the course. But
That's funny.
who else? Jacob Burnett with our group out of Safety Harbor. He ran a 7:17. We had another girl out there with us, Kirby out of Texas, and she was hanging out with us. This is video. Here's video. If you want to see what the course is somewhat like, this is video from her. Actually, I think I started it too far in, but you see, you got some cactuses and stuff. Great view. So, I took video of probably the most scenic part, and I can't get it loaded on my computer. Every time I plug something in, I'll probably make a short out of it. So, great race out there. Very tough race. I know I kind of struggled this year in the race, my slowest of my 4 times out there. I got to figure out. I had stomach issues, and I'm still dealing with I would say a peeing issue. I can't figure out what my issue is. And so it causes me, like, I have to walk for 2 miles to get normal again. And then my legs felt great all day long. Like when I wanted to run, I was running, and my legs they weren't hurting. So I felt fine. But I got my Western States qualifier, and that's all that counted. And that's all I needed to do. And now I'm ready to focus on Tahoe 200. That's my A race this year. So I got my qualifier out, and I don't have to worry about that at Tahoe. I can just run Tahoe. So, all right. Is that the last of our race?
You bringing it up for Black Canyon.
Yeah. So
go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. No, you go ahead. You know more about this than I do.
So, Aravaipa, who puts on the race, and Mountain Outpost, who's a subset of Aravaipa, and they do the live stream for it. They added a prize purse, crowdsourced prize purse to the race. So basically, in the live stream during the chat, they asked people if you wanted to donate money. These funds would go to the podium people, and there's a lot of different questions on people who thought, shouldn't the sponsors be raising the money? Shouldn't the race organizers themselves, especially a large company like Aravaipa? But in the end, the crowd raised $16,000 and over $16,000. Aravaipa did match $5,000 for the 100K people and $3,000 for the 50K people. So they were able to give out prize purses. First place got $5,000 and change. Second got $2,091. Third got $1,254. The 50K, and this is equal amongst men and women. So the top 3 males, top 3 females, equal. First place $50K, $2,090. Second place $871, and third place $523. There is a site called Run Fund, RUN.FUND. The website's a little sketchy, but I don't know what's going on with it. But they have raised money like in this format for other races as well, trying to bring credit to the podium finishers at ultras that don't make any money. I thought it was a good idea though. So I said, as someone who hosts live streams of races that get far less covers, I may steal that idea for our East Coast athletes. And Jamil Curry thinks it's a great idea. And Zach Bitter replied that Jamil did say the model's open for everybody. So you could do your own model, or you could use the Run Fund, which they do take 5%. But Jamil and Mountain Outpost did their own. So they gave 100%. So you can let us know in the comments or in the chat, what do you think about crowdsourced prize purses? So
we're going to crowdsource Festivus next year.
It could be $10 winner. You know, here's some gas money to get you home.
So it was kind of neat. So it did add a little bit. So you do have some money starting to come into the sport. So All Condition Gear, which is Nike, unfortunately, is leading the charge with bringing money into the sport. So Broken Arrow, you got a lot of money going into Broken Arrow. Who was the other? What's the race out in Colorado I ran? Run Rabbit Runs always had a big purse. A few of those have always had some big purses. So
I think it adds a little bit more of a competitive feel, because I mean, even if it was right for $100 or something, I think it would push people a little bit. Because we're already ultra competitive, everyone's doing crazy things. You say like, oh, here's $100. Mike Melton does fun stuff at the Dome where he'll throw out and he'll be like, oh, the fastest person on this loop gets some money, or the next person to here. And people who are dead walking around the track will suddenly perk up because they're going to get $10 or whatever. So
there was a prize purse at Death at Dupuis. They had $1,000 prize purse. Yeah. Yeah, and across Florida, 200 had $1,000. So that's so we got some Florida races you can go win some money at. So that makes it nice. So, all right, last one we're talking about. I got notice that the Barkley. I think as I was getting ready for my race on Saturday morning, I woke up to the Barkley Marathon started.
Yeah, so. We all 6 a.m. The race started. Couch went off at 5 a.m. And so the only people that know when it's going to start are Laz and his crew and the runners themselves. So February start. It's the earliest start it's ever had. And it's most likely, or is due to the fact that Frozen Head State Park is under construction right now. So they weren't going to be able to get the permits in late March, early April when they normally have the race. So with an early start comes February weather. I think everybody knew it was going to be straight carnage going in. They had good weather the first day, but only 12 people finished lap 1 in time. And they started counterclockwise, which is not something they normally do. The course was changed a little bit. I know John Kelly was talking about the fact that his kind of muscle memory went into play, because he did his slowest first loop ever. So he kind of followed the old route because he's done it 100 times, and that lost him, he said, at least an hour and a half or 2 hours. So he had 12 people entered loop 2, only 4 entered loop 3, but only 4 finished under time. Sebastian Rayshon. And they were all veterans that ended up. You had Max King.
That was interesting seeing Max King on there. Matthew Blanchard. I don't even know the rest of the list. I'm so out of it.
Yeah, they've all been there before. Who was out there? Meg Eckert was out there.
Oh, really?
Yep, she was out there. Race reports are starting to come out. I don't think she made it on her first loop. I've read so many, I'm getting them all mixed up, but Meg Eckert was out there, so that was pretty cool. She was super excited just to be invited.
Yeah, same thing, Justin. I was running a race, so I'm so.
I was. I was still on. I use Blue Sky. I follow Keith Dunn on Blue Sky. That's the app to find it, and Amelia Boone also shares everything on Threads. So those are where you go to get the news.
there you go. There's no live stream out there yet.
But no live stream, no. So,
So
don't see that as a thing, but
yeah. It's kind of interesting that I think like maybe 4 or 5 years ago, I think the Barkley Marathons peaked with like viewership, like everyone was excited about it. Actually, probably pre-COVID, there was a lot of excitement about it, and there's still a lot of excitement about it. But I think now,
2 years ago, when we had the 5 people finish. I mean, and I don't know if that's what happens as people get closer to actually finishing. More people log. Like a lot of people might not want to watch a bunch of people drop, but if you know there's people out on Loop 5, and especially when Jasmine Paris was out there, that might up the excitement. People want to log on and they want to find out what's happening.
Yeah. So it's a very hard race to follow. Following an ultra race is very hard, but following the Barkley is even harder. So, all right, now switching over to races that are a little easier to follow. We got Florida is stacked with races this weekend. I think we only had like 1 or 2, and then I'm gonna bring in my screen. And then I happen to go, this is a sheet that Bobby Joe made, and you can see, so this weekend, February 21st, you have the Swamp 50K up in Palm Coast. You have the Punch Out Ultra in Molino. In the Woods 30A 50K, Santa Rosa Beach. Painted Horse Urban Ultra in Ocala. Space Pirate 100, Angry Tortoise, Swan Song, and that is it for the weekend. So we're going to cover some of these races as we go through. We'll pull up the entry list. First one we're talking about is Space Pirate. This is happening down south. This is a Lewis Coco race. And you got 24 people in the 100-mile. The big one we're watching, Mark Burgett. And I think I asked him, he asked me earlier, he said, are you guys doing Pacer Chat tonight? And I sent him the promo that said, will the course record go down at Space Pirate? He goes, oh, thanks for all the pressure. So the course record currently is 18:02, and Mark's shooting for a sub 15. That's what he told me. So we'll see. Mark's excited, so it'll be cool to see Mark down there. I'm curious who has the current course record.
Do you know who's screwing Mark?
I do not. I mean, I can get that information later on. I'm sure when he hears this tomorrow, he'll tell me. But Philip, no, that's not right. They're all out of order on here. So it's James Macaluso, 1804. He did that in 2024. So that's the course record. On the female side, we got, the female course record is pretty close to the male record, and it's by Karen Lebetsky. I think we went over this last year. Karen has like the top three times. She has an 1821, 1825, and 1826. So she's basically the queen. And then after that, you got Sandra V as the next 3 fastest time. So
they're not the ladies aren't making it easy on that race.
No. So they very well. So good luck to those running down there. Sandra V is in it. I don't believe what's her name? Yeah. Karen's not in the race, so it's all open to Sandra V.
Lindsay Guthrie's name again. She's the one that just came in 3rd place at where did we just see her? At S.U.R.F? At one of the surf races, I think.
Which name is that?
Renee Guthrie.
We did just see it. Yeah, we did see that name. Lindsay Vera's down there. Pamela Chapman Marco, I believe she's the one that runs the keys all the time with a lot of
Badwater. Yeah, she's a legend.
Yep. All right, and they do have a 100-mile 3-person race. I believe this team's going to win. My predictions. I predict 2 docks and a flyer is the winner in this race. They got a 50-mile down there with 12 people run it, and there is a 33-miler. So it looks like Lewis's son is running it. So that's pretty cool. Yeah. All right. So that's Space Pirate. We're going to switch over to, we're going to go out to Vegas to the Jackpot Ultra.
Vegas already.
Yeah. We're going all over the place. We're going to go back and forth today. Yeah. All right. Bobby Joe, this is yours. This is her field.
Jeff had his little all-star team last week. This would be the race I would go to see the folks, because You've got the 100-mile US ATF. So the Jackpot's out in Vegas, Henderson, Nevada. There's a short course and a long course. They about a mile-ish. One's a little under, one's a little over. They intersect. They share some of the same space. But they do the 100-mile US ATF. And if anybody remembers from last year, this is where Raj Paul Panu, he ran an 11-hour and 52-minute 100-miler there to take the men's championship, and was then he was disqualified from the championship because his shoes, he was wearing the Hoka, what are they called? The Hoka.
It was illegal
Skyward shoe or something. But they were illegal. So however that happened, that he didn't know he was wearing illegal shoes. He was, and they put him in the open division. So he's out there, I assume, for redemption. He is the fastest by far out of all everybody, but there are a lot of good ones. We've got Chad Lassiter, who's been on, he's been on the team, been on the team, yes.
The last 2 years, the 24-hour team the last 2 years.
Okay, yeah, we've got Jordan Camaster, who's been trying to get on the team, who's qualified but just not made it. Pete Kostelnik, who's been on the team. So there's a lot of 24-hour runners. So I was kind of surprised they weren't actually running the 24-hour race. They were running the 100-mile.
Ashley Polson, Janelle Stark, Andy Glaze. I heard Andy's going out there. We were talking earlier, Kaylee Frederick, who was on the 24-hour team. She's the young.
And Stella Springer's out there as well. And Ashley Paulson did make an announcement that she is going after that 100-mile female world record. And this is a course. There's a lot of records get set on this course, so this is a good course to do that on. Who else are we looking at? There's Larry Orwin is an age group record. And I was talking because Mike Mellon had told me about. Reminded me, I was telling Jeff about it. So a couple of years ago, I think it was a couple of years ago, could have been last year, there was like a nail-biting race at the end amongst 5 people in the over 80 age group category that were racing for the podium, for the record, for the 80 plus. So that was really fun to watch. These you think they're just going out and doing their thing, and they were all so close they had to actually race. So there's a couple of those men coming back. So that's fun.
Yeah, they got 77 in the 48-hour. We were talking to Ann Trayson's in the 48-hour. I don't know if we have.
USATF also has Amy Boospen, Florida race director, coach, ultra runner, amazing lady. Her TED Talk is now on YouTube.
There she is.
Chat. So, yeah, she's gonna be out there. So that's fun.
I'm trying to locate all the Florida.
Yeah, Marta is out there doing it. Marta Portillo's out there doing the 24-hour. This will be her first 24-hour.
Zachary Springer is out there too, from Florida.
So yeah, it's gonna be the 100-mile UCF. The 100-mile starts tomorrow.
Okay.
Brian
Pasante's out there. Josh Coleman. Some of our friends are out there. So yeah, this is a race Bobby Joe wants to go to. I do have this on my list. This would be a fun race to go to.
I was so sad. I mean, I was so happy for Marta when she called me and told me she was going, but she's going because she had friends that were going and invited her. And I'm like, do you have any idea who you're going to be running with? And she's like, no. But that's okay. But I'm excited for her because it'll be her first time running a race that goes overnight.
So I'm looking at the 48-hour record. It's Ed Eddinghaus has 220 miles on the male side. Man, he put up some. He has a lot of the top on there. So John Knoll, Ed Eddinghaus, Jeff Garmeyer. Ed's up there several times. But I was really going to see what the female course record out there is. Cheryl Simmons. Rachel Entricate put up 190 there in 2023.
Oh, wow.
So just throwing this out to, well, I know Loanne's she'll be doing Bulldog, which is right before.
Well, yeah, we had brought this one. I had brought this one up to her, but she because Death at Dupuis, it wouldn't work for her.
Yeah.
So she knew she was going to give everything or wanted to give everything at Death at Dupuis. So this was too close.
Cool deal. All right. Then we got the double up, the Saturday, Sunday. You got the Painted Horse and the Swan Song. I didn't see the entry list for these, but we talked about this last week. This is Shay's race up there, and they have, I'm curious if anybody is going, you get the medal if you do all three Skunk Ape Revenge, which was this past weekend. And then you got to do
Painted. Pretty buckle.
It is. And then you do Painted Horse and Swan Song. So we'll get an update who qualifies for all three of those. So who gets the belt buckle this year. So we'll find out who's going for all three. So that's Saturday in Ocala, Painted Horse. Sunday in Lakeland, the Swan Song. All right. What do we have after that? Jackpot's Painted Horse, Swan. Some of the other races we got going on. You got the Swamp 50K. This is up in Palm Coast, and this is a dawn race. And
Lisenby race, right?
Dawn Lisenby. Yep. So the course record on the men's side has been, it's from 2017, so it's been a while on that course record going down. So we'll get you some updates. But here's the entry list for this race, and they got a good group up there. So there's a couple. They also have a 50K relay. This one's going to be a little tougher to call because there's 3 teams in there. I predict. I don't know which way and then they got a 30K and a 10K up there. So that's Palm Coast up this weekend, happening on Saturday. And then let's type in Angry Tortoise. Do you know anything about this race?
I've heard of it.
I've heard of it too. So it's up in Briceville, Florida, or down in Briceville, Florida. I'm not quite sure where Briceville, Florida. If you're in the chat, you know where Briceville, Florida is. Let us know. I would love. Oh, it's on the outskirts of Jacksonville. This is happening on Sunday, the 22nd, and I think I noticed Dustin Poland's on there. You got a bunch of other. They got a pretty good group of 45 runners out running this race. So there's a 50K and a 25K. Yep. We do. Joe's talking about the trying to jump ahead. We will talk about big. We do have big scrub news. I think that's it. I think there's a couple other races in Florida.
I did want to mention this Punch Out Ultra, because it does sound kind of interesting. They do it. It's in Molino, Florida, wherever that is. So if anybody knows where Molino is, it sounds like it's up in the Panhandle because a lot of the entrants are from Pensacola.
Yeah.
So an 8-hour team or 8-hour individual. So it's out and back, 4.2 miles. You run out to the turnaround, and you have to grab something out of a bucket that proves you went there, and then turn around and come back. You drop it in the bucket there, and then you get a punch card, and that's your lap. So that's how they're keeping track of how many laps you've done. And then you do it again and again and again. And there's no aid. There's an aid station at the start finish, but it's a water station out there. But yeah, that's how you prove. That's how you prove there's no timing about it. You go out there and you pick something out of the bucket, whatever's in that little bucket, and you bring it back with you. And then you get your card punched.
We're gonna start this segment every week. You pick a race around the country, and I pick a race around the country, and we pull it up like interested. So here's mine for this week: the Psycho Waiko Run Toto Run.
Is that gotta be Kansas? Yep.
Yep. I think I know who that looks like. What's her name? That won Western States on there. You get a nice zip hoodie backpack. 50K finisher. It must be just a trail race. An awesome spinning tornado medal and an oval distance sticker. So the Psycho Waiko Run Toto Run race. So all right. So we'll do that next week. We'll each come up with a race. All right. To our other stuff. Yeah, we were talking about. We do have big scrub on there. We're gonna wrap. First of all, Craig Betts finished the big scrub 150. He did it in, I believe it was 51 hours. I have it written in my notes. 53 hours. Craig got it done. So congrats to Craig. He was the fourth person to get it finished, and John Reed will be starting on Saturday. So John Reed with You Run You will be going. And what's cool about John going is I'm about 99% sure he's going to film it. So we'll all get a view of what the big scrub 150 is. So it was one of those like I wish I went out there before John, because then I would have posted a video of what it is. Now I'm going to be the backup of John Reed.
Did you see the photo that Craig Betts' girlfriend posted?
I did not.
Of their Valentine's Day. Oh, it was so beautiful. So yeah. Craig and his team set up a little table in the woods with string lights and flowers and for Valentine's Day. So that was really nice.
Was that? I think I talked to I was driving up to our race on Saturday, and I called Craig. So we chatted for a little bit. He was on his way back from Rodman Dam. So is that the guy that was driving us, Jacob Burnett, the two of them had run Western States together a couple years ago. So yeah, we were chatting with them. So nice job, Craig. Good luck, John, this weekend. We'll be tracking you. So I love, if I can get that tracker, I love watching the dot like we did with Luke. Luke Vidal we were live streaming. So that's all we did was watch that dot every hour. It was fun watching him. We literally watched him run that whole race by the dot, just because he ran the exact same time as the Desert Dupuis, almost exact time for time. So, all right, couple things else we're covering. If you go to, I did have it up and now I lost it, but where is it? On Ultra Running Magazine, there was a article on long haul first 100 in Florida by Ann Galantine.
Right on the homepage. As soon as you click on ultrarunning.com, boom.
Yep. So that's exciting. That this is getting a lot. Long hauls, is getting a lot of hype this year. Sally, we talked about Sally talking about it, trying to get Andy Glaze down here next year. And so let's see, what is the tally? You got 201 entrants in long haul this year. So it is 2/3 of the way filled up. And so we just talked about Dustin Poling and Trev. They're all running the race. Oh, yeah. So great. So that's awesome. So getting a lot of hype for long haul this year. So pretty soon it's going to be a lottery. So all right. We did get some bad news today, and something happened out at Skunk Ape. Jesse Shultz into the Saturday morning on my way to the race, I get a call from Joe Miller, and he's like, "Hey, you out at Skunk Ape?" And I'm like, "No, I'm out in Arizona." He's like, "All right, I'll call you back." I'm like, "Uh-oh, what's going on?" And then I check my phone as I hit the second aid station, and he tells me the news that Jesse Shultz had a heart attack. Quarter mile into the race, and what Joe says was there was a group of people around him, from ER doctors to nurses, and they just started performing CPR on Jesse right away, and they did it for 12 minutes. And I guess they got him in a truck, got him back to the start, and there happened to be a Renaissance Festival going on, so there was an ambulance on standby, so they were able to get him into the ambulance right away and get into the hospital. Jesse is, I believe, he's 74 years old. So we got to meet Jesse. Well, we've known of Jesse, but we really got to see Jesse this year out at Festivus. And we watched him finish his first, I believe it was his first 50. I don't know if that was his first ultra, but he finished the 50 miler out there at Festivus. And we had a great time getting to watch him run that race. Nicole, Dogs is very, very close to Jesse. If you don't know, this is Jesse here, and she did post tonight that we did find out that tomorrow there'll be Jesse is on life support, and tomorrow they'll be pulling. They'll be taking him off of life support tomorrow around 9 a.m. He's at the Dade City Advent Health Hospital. It's tough. It's hitting the community pretty hard. A lot of us actually learned about Jesse's life. We knew Jesse, but we learned his life from the WTF podcast that they did at the end of the year last year, December 29th. So they had him on, and we really got to learn who Jesse was. And I believe we talked about this on our show that I enjoyed, listen to Jesse. So I recommended everyone go listen to the podcast because Jesse lived just from traveling around the country, just a cool life. And, it was cool to see Jesse jump into ultras in his 70s. And he's always kind of been a runner, but he started his ultra career at 74 years old. And so, it's a sad hit to our community, and we'll be keeping you in our thoughts, Nicole, over the next couple of days. So tough one to talk about. And thank you, Joe, for keeping me updated on everything going on, and I know he'll keep me updated as we go forward. So we'll keep you updated if there's something going on that we can be present at. So, all right, where do you go from there? That's a tough one to go from. So it hit me kind of hard on the court because I get the text and I don't know how long the text had come in, because I'm trying to read the text. And it's like, I hear they're doing CPR for 12 minutes. And I'm like, well, how long ago did this text come through? And I'm like, so for the next couple of miles, then luckily Joe texted me back that the CPR kind of that they had stabilized him. And then I was able to get a call out to Joe, and I was able to chat with him while I'm running on the course early on in the race. So, Nicole, we're keeping you in our thoughts, and anything you need from us, let us know from the ultra community. We are a family here in Florida. So, all right, more races coming up from in the distance. So we're still pushing all day at Holloway coming up in 2 weeks, and I haven't checked. I like checking the entry list for these races. This is a Chris Stengel race, a run fluent. And as of now, we're looking, this is the first year for the race. We still have a pretty good, I'm trying to get like Brian Charbonneau, who's talking about running a 50K. I'm like, Brian, come out and run this race. So we're still trying to get some people into this race. I don't know if you told you, there is I don't know who it is. There is a influencer with over 1 million followers coming out and running this race. It's not Justin Kaufman. No, what's the name?
Is it Justin Kaufman?
I can't remember who it was. I had it written down. Let me see if I can pull it up from a text message with Chris Stengel.
Well, yeah, and I texted you, and
you were the one that texted me. So
because Nicole Coacher
Justin John. So I think it is Justin Kaufman. Kaufman. So all right. So yep, that's coming up in 2 weeks. At all day.
Jason has the idea to run an ultra a month for the year of 2026, and we invite him to meet some of our Florida Ultrarunning family.
Yeah, like that's not a big deal. We got a Luke Vidal, a Katie Jenkins, and Ariana Rashawn. They do it two a month. So looks like the 4-man team, the team relays getting pretty intense. Run Unlimited, that's Sean Simmons, the Hike and Hive, the OG 430, and the Soldiers. That'll be fun to watch. 30K race. You got Vince Carter out there ready to tear it up. 10K, we got the 10K race between Joseph Miller, Joseph Fuller, and Jeffrey Bowman. those guys, it'll be interesting to see how they do, and who's showing up without an ultra sign up that's going to kick all their butts. So who is that? Who is that person that's going to tear it up out there that doesn't have an ultra sign up? You got Calford. We've been talking about that. I believe we have a code for Calford. I think is it 15%? I can't remember what it is. We were
Pacer 15, I believe.
Yep. If you are
go on Patreon, who knows?
Patreon, you get 20%. So we're going to talk about that in a second. So Calford, that's coming up soon. And what else we have on there? You got Calford. You got the in-house Ultra. Let's see if I can pull up information on this. Sean Simmons. I don't know where to find the list for this. So, all right, I can't find it. But to get the in-house Ultra, it's happening Western States weekend. That's where St. Pete, they're looking for, I think it's 11 runners to run on a treadmill on a backyard Ultra. And we go up against Salt Lake City. In Salt Lake City, it looks like they're starting to stack up their people out there. What did Sean Simmons said? He said, FYI, I'm having a call with Woodway. Salt Lake City is pulling out all the stops. How do we get our biggest hitters to compete? So he said, this is from Salt Lake City. I have some of the best runners in the country that are interested in competing. So I'm like, all right, let me see that entrance list. I'll tell you what they are. So we're looking for the run. Yeah, we'll be live streaming a race. I know we got almost certain Mark Burgett's in for the in-house Ultra, so it'll be cool. So we're trying to get the heavy hitters down there. We'll be live streaming a race. It will be fun to do. We were talking about the Patreon. We can bring this up. So we got a couple different levels here. We love, even if you could do the $5, that's awesome. That helps us out. Yeah. So we just thank you for being a member. We're trying to work on getting discount codes for you guys to races. So we're working with Sombrero. They're giving us some discount codes. So like a 20% off any of their Sombrero races. We just got to post that for you guys. 100 mile, you got to, let's see, the 100K, $10 a month. You get to see behind the scenes. We're going to do some podcasts with some members only podcasts. 100 mile, the $25 level, you get free merchandise. You'll get one of our shirts. We're going to start putting together some other stuff and to interact with the co-hosts. And then we talked about the 200, but this helps us put on some of the helps offset some of the costs of doing the show. Like we have. To use this platform to stream, is it costs us a little bit of money every month. And right now, I have a home inspection business paying for the StreamYard. There's a couple other things that we do. So
we're working on the travel business to pay for it as well.
Yeah,
so you guys need to travel.
Yep. So and then we got. We're almost certain we're finishing out working the deal on the Keys 100. So we're excited about what we live streaming that race. We got to meet with Kudak and a few other people just to go over some stuff. I think we're going to try and do that next week. So that might be our next big one, live stream coming up. So, all right. Is there anything else we need to go over?
I think that's good. We got a big weekend coming up. And
Yep. If you're running out there, take pictures, send us to us, make us little shorts. We love to show it wherever you're running this weekend.
Yeah, we'd like to be able to share more personal stories and pictures on here. We just need people to give them to us without stealing everything off Facebook.
Yeah. So Shay, if you're listening or you do listen, make us a quick video of everyone running out there, like a slideshow. We'd love to show it.
Some of the horses and the swans. I'd like to see some more of those. And then especially too, race directors, if you guys get photos of your podiums or whatever that we can share. So that'd be nice.
Yeah, and if you want us to talk about your races, let us know. We'd love to talk about your races. So that's what we're here for. So, all right, good luck to John Reed starting on Saturday, and wherever you're running this weekend, send us those pictures. We'd love to see it. So have a good week. Enjoy those trails or the road, and good luck, Mark on that course record this weekend. So I know I'll be tracking you. So, all right, talk to you guys next week.